In Coudersport, Pennsylvania, over 100 members of the Seneca Nation appeared at a public meeting to oppose a fracking wastewater treatment facility planned for development on the Allegheny River, known by the Seneca Nation as the Ohio, which means beautiful waters.
We're the protesters of tomorrow. The next generation is going to remember us. And they're going to remember us telling your astute group here that we oppose the contamination of Ohio, or the Allegheny River.
The fledgling company Epiphany LLC and the Coudersport Municipal Sewage Authority have been meeting since June 2017 to plan a build-out of the waste facility at the river's edge.
Epiphany's specialty is treating any source of water to remove salts and impurities.
The Allegheny, or Ohio, is one of 3 rivers that begin at the Triple Divide in Potter County, Pennsylvania, where headwaters travel thousands of miles across the eastern United States, serving drinking water to millions of people downstream. The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection is currently reviewing Epiphany LLC's permit application and is expected to approve the facility in the coming months. However, Epiphany's application to DEP does not include monitoring for radioactive material or chemicals used for fracking before the waste is discharged into the river. Wastewater produced by fracking is known to be radioactive. A recent study released by Dr. Avner Vengosh of Duke University revealed dangerous amounts of radioactive material in rivers downstream from facilities that attempted to treat the waste from oil and gas operations. Epiphany LLC recently distributed a fact sheet to the Coudersport community in an attempt to downplay concerns first raised by Public Herald about the accumulation of radioisotopes in the river. The fact sheet by Epiphany stated that discharge from their facility to the publicly owned waterworks would contain radioactive levels no greater than what is normally found in lakes and streams. However, there are currently no state or federal regulations requiring the facility to monitor for levels of radioactive material in what will be nearly 50,000 gallons of discharge per day into the Ohio or Allegheny River.
Did any of the analysis ever include radioactive material? Did you guys ever test for that? No. Never? No. Has there been discussion about maybe trying to test for it? Or what?
Well, we may, depending on what they so we won't do anything until, they tell us what we have to do, and then we'll go from there, and maybe something extra we might want to do, and which may include what you're saying, testing for any radioactivity.
Public Herald sent Epiphany's fact sheet to Dr. Vengosh, who stated that even if only a small amount of radioactive material remains in the outfall, and the volume of effluent is large, one can expect to see a buildup of radiation in river sediment. The majority of public comments provided by the Seneca Nation gave warning to the potential threat of radioactivity that would enter their territory if this facility is approved by the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection.
We are concerned because CAMA apparently has no intention of monitoring for radioactive contaminants in the effluent and proposes to take from Epiphany and then release into the Allegheny River.
We have a treaty with the state of Pennsylvania that say that these rivers will not be poisoned because they're for both of us. But to go on with this project, this is supreme law of the land. There is no law higher than these 2 treaties with our peoples. This is how we get along. You're wasting your money if you try to go against these, because we have never lost when it comes to these treaties.
Epiphany does not plan to monitor key contaminants of concern, including radioisotopes, before discharging 42,000 gallons of treated waste into the Allegheny River per day. And as a mother and a grandmother and a fierce protector of our river and our lands, I ask you to really consider this project and to stop it. Yelling.
Over the past month, the department has received over 3,000 emails and letters from citizens and officials, such as the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, U.S. Fish and Wildlife, the Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission, the New York Department of Environmental Conservation, and others. A growing list of government organizations and citizen groups are now voicing their concerns alongside the Seneca Nation of Indians, stressing the need for more serious oversight of radioactive material and fracking in general. After the meeting, 2 of the municipal board members stated that the appearance of the Seneca Nation will impact their decision about whether or not to move forward with the facility.
They brought up some things that I was not aware of, and like I said, I was moved. And it probably will affect my decision. You'll
be seeing more of us if you choose to perpetuate this nonsense. And I could foresee in the future that there'll be more of us that'll be coming. And hopefully you'll be just as nice to us then as you are to us now.
No, it's kind of, I don't think anyone's told you that, but what that means is that we are thankful that all of you are well. And it's a very sincere gesture as to your condition, your health. Don't be guilty of that corporate thinking. Think of people, the earth, and the future. Because that's what's really going to be affected by whatever decision that you make.
We lived through 1964, the Kinzu Dam. They relocated 129 families. We suffered. We lost a lot of our culture. We lived along the river, and we were removed. Everything, our whole lifestyle changed. So when I came into your valley tonight, it's beautiful, it's pristine, it's clean. You're good people, and I respect that very much. But I'm just here to tell you there is a difference, and we do count. You may not think the headwaters of the Allegheny is taken lightly by us, but when we pray for everyone. We pray for everything on this earth, including and especially the water.
This is one of those things that you just can't afford to play around with at the headwaters of a major river. You guys have, phenomenal amount of exceptional value and high quality streams in this area, as the DEP refers to them, and I would hope that you would want to keep it that way.
But the accumulation of radioactive materials in the headwaters of the Allegheny becomes a national issue. The proposed facility will create environmental and human health risks at this site, even if the water does not discharge to the POTW.
Due to this imminent threat to the waters of the Triple Divide, Public Herald will be covering this story as it unfolds. Stay tuned at publicherald.org.
I'm part of the Northern Wildcat Protectors, coming from Cattaraugus territory. We are down here to help fight for clean water against this wastewater treatment plant on the Allegheny River.
Hi, I'm April Castano. I'm from Coudersport. I'm a local girl. And I'm Jen Haskins. I'm also from Coudersport. And we are both here tonight to make sure that this water treatment plant does not go through and that we can save the Allegheny and keep the waters clean for our future generations. Absolutely.
I'm Sophie McKenzie. I'm 18 years old and I am from Seneca, Allegheny territory, and I'm here to protect Mother Earth.
My front yard is the Ohio River, and it's valuable to us. It always has been. Our ancestors, use it to sustain themselves, and that's why we're here today with their wisdom and knowledge. And this is one thing that they would never agree to. So we're here on behalf of them, and we're in our future generations.